final expense direct from Michigan citizens. We're calling you regarding our plans for seniors and wanted to check if you're still interested in a quote for yourself or another loved one.
Yes.
Okay, and am I speaking with Mr. Robert Grinnell?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Grinnell, great. Now, Mr. Grinnell, if we get disconnected, I can reach you back at this number?
Yes.
All right, and what state do you currently live in, Mr. Grinnell?
Michigan.
Okay, awesome. Now, Mr. Grinnell, because we will be tailoring a plan specific to your needs, may I have your age? How young are you, Mr.
I'm
Grinnell?
79.
All right, 79 years young. Awesome. All right, how's the weather where you're at in Michigan today?
It's 37 and cold. It's very hard on my bones.
Oh, okay. I'm sure. I hope that you have something warm on, some sweaters or something.
Yes, I have to cover myself up.
All right, perfect. Now, Mr. Grinnell, is there an email address you would like to place on file with us today?
Yes, it's R as in Romeo, O as in Oscar, B as in Bravo, E as in Echo, R as in Romeo, T as in Tango, O as in Oscar, M as in Mike, E as in Echo, R as in Romeo, G as in Golf, R as in Romeo, I as in India, N as in November, N as in November, E as in Echo, L as in Lima, L as in Lima, at symbol, G as in Golf, M as in Mike, A as in Alpha, I as in India, L as in Lima, dot, C as in Charlie, O as in Oscar, M as in Mike.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that, Mr. Grinnell. Now, Mr. Grinnell, in order to qualify you for some additional discounts and savings we provide to our seniors, we do ask that you have an active checking or savings account with a local bank or credit union. These special benefits start as low as $1 per day up to $30 to $50 per month. And all of the top companies do their billing through banks or credit unions, and they provide you a discount for setting up your plan that way. I don't need any personal information from you, just a simple yes or no. Do you currently have an active checking or savings account with a local bank or credit union?
Yes.
Oh, okay, awesome. You did open the account at the bank location, correct?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Okay, awesome. All right, now, great. Now, Mr. Grinnell, what I'm going to do is introduce you to a licensed underwriter for the state of Michigan. Very nice people who won't take up too much of your time. They'll explain exactly who they are, what level of cash benefits you may qualify for. So if you hear the phone ringing, that's just me patching them in. Bear with me one moment.
Okay.
I'll be introducing you once the agent comes on the line.
Hi, Final Expense Direct. This is Amber. How may I help you?
Hey, Amber, good morning. This is Jamal, your pre-qualifier. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, Jamal. How are you?
I'm great, Amber. Thanks for asking. All right, well, Amber, that's great. Amber, I have a Mr. Robert Grinnell on the phone from the great state of Michigan. Mr. Grinnell is actually 79 years young, and he is interested in a quote for one of our final expense plans, and he will qualify for additional discounts and savings because he does have an active checking or savings account with a local bank or credit union. Is that correct, Mr. Grinnell?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Now, Mr. Grinnell, I'm leaving you in great hands here with Amber. She's one of our best underwriters and actually one of the nicest we have. Amber will explain to you exactly who she is, what these cash benefits are. If you qualify, she'll explain how you can set this valuable protection to protect your family. You both have a great day, okay?
Okay.
You too. Thank you. Well, hello, Robert. Good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. Thank you so much for asking. So, Mr. Grinnell, as the operator had previously mentioned, my name is Amber Sturdivant. Please feel free to call me Amber. Before we get started, Robert, I am just required to let you know that the call will be recorded for quality and training purposes, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty, excellent. Now, Robert, would you be able to do me a huge favor, sir? Would there be any way that you could grab a pen and a piece of paper? Reason being, Robert, I would just like to give you some important information regarding myself and the company.
Okay. The pen and paper's upstairs. It'll take a few moments to get there. You move a bit slow.
Oh, take your time, Mr. Goodell. I'm in the office 10 hours a day, no rush whatsoever. I will be here.
Okay. Excuse me, that happens every time I mix beer and wine. Just another set of stairs.
I gotcha.
Okay, let me dig in the drawer. Okay, I have a pen and paper.
Okay, excellent. So, Robert, the first thing I wanted you to jot down is just going to be the name of our company, which is Final Expense Direct.
Okay, so Final Expense Direct,
Okay, excellent. The next thing I'd like you to jot down, Robert, is going to be the direct customer service telephone number. Just in the event that the call drops off or gets disconnected on us, that direct phone number to reach me back at, Mr. Grinnell, is going to be 1-800 538 3610.
So 800-538-3610, okay?
You got it. Now, Robert, whenever you call that phone number, sir, they are going to ask you to hit an extension to get over to me, and it's going to be extension number 2.
Okay. Extension
Just
2.
number 2.
Okay.
That's it. Alright, so Robert, just to confirm, that is Final Expense Direct at 1-800-538-3610, extension 2. Now, this next piece of information, Robert, you don't actually need to write this down or anything, but this is actually more of just a reference. Mr. Grinnell, if you would ever like to visit us online, the name of our website is simply just the name of the company, which is finalexpensedirect.com. Now, really the last piece of information that I wanted you to go ahead and take down for right now, Mr. Grinnell, before you can rest your pen, this is just going to be my personal license number for the entire state of Michigan. All right, whenever you're ready, Robert, my license number, sir, for the state of Michigan is going to be 193 135 98.
So 193-13598, okay.
That is it. You got me. Very cool. And Mr. Grinnell, you can actually go ahead and rest your pen for right now. That was the last thing that I wanted you to jot down just right this second. But the reason I went ahead and provided you with my personal license number, Robert, is just because if at any point you wanted some information on who you were even talking to, my background or my credentials, Mr. Grinnell, you can actually just call up the Michigan Department of Insurance. If you gave them that number right there that I just provided to you, sir, it would be able to essentially identify me. They would just be able to let you know, Robert, that my name is Amber Sturdivant, that I'm licensed by the state of Michigan, and that I am also authorized to talk to you about final expense, life, and burial protection, okay?
Okay.
Excellent. Now, Robert, we are also members of the United States Chamber of Commerce. We are also platinum rated with the Greater Houston Better Business Bureau. And Mr. Grinnell, we have actually been awarded their highest rating of an A+. Now, my information, Robert, is showing your phone number to be 313-334-0106. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Now, Robert, what these final expense benefits really even are, sir, these are just small, affordable, permanent whole life insurance policies that are regulated by the state of Michigan. And generally, Robert, they are for folks that live on a fixed or a limited income each month, like Social Security, disability, retirement, disabled veterans, and things of that sort. The best of all, Robert, these are just permanent plans, and they are actually never going to change or switch up on you. Now, Mr. Grinnell, hypothetically, sir, in the event that you do qualify, and we find a plan this morning that you are actually interested in and that you do want to go ahead and move forward with, what I am going to do, Robert, is I am just going to mail you out a welcome letter immediately. That welcome letter, Mr. Grinnell, is actually going to have all of my information, plus information about the plan and the company that you qualified for today. So, Robert, if you are out there in the beautiful state of Michigan, you would probably get that welcome letter from us within about 48 to 72 hours. The physical hard copy of that policy, Mr. Grinnell, you would get that within about 10 days. That way, Robert, you'll just have everything that we have discussed on the phone this morning in black and white, okay?
Okay.
Excellent. Now, Mr. Grinnell, I also just wanted to give you a little bit of background information on us as an organization and kind of how we even work here, sir. So, Robert, we here at File Expense Direct, we have actually been representing and working with all of the top carriers in the entire state of Michigan since 1984. And so, essentially, the way it works here, Mr. Grinnell, is instead of you having to reach out to 25 or 30 different life insurance companies and to get quotes from each one of them individually, Robert, we actually just have a database that does allow us to see all of the top carriers in the entire state of Michigan at once, and that would just show me, A, which one can offer Mr. Grinnell the best type of coverage, but B, also at the lowest rate. So, Robert, we actually just do all of the shopping for you, sir. Does that make sense at all?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Now, Robert, some of the companies that we work with here, sir, and that we represent, they do include Baltimore Life, American Home Life, Pioneer American Life, AIG, Liberty Bankers, Prosperity, and Mutual of Omaha. And Mr. Grinnell, that is actually just to name a few of them. And again, Robert, just kind of as a quick reference for you, sir, these are actually all state approved. They are approved by the state of Michigan. They are whole life plans, and they will provide cash benefits to your family for funeral and burial protection. And Robert, just like our TV commercial says, the premiums can actually never be increased on you, and these cash benefits can actually never expire or reduce due to your age or your health. So, Mr. Grinnell, with all of that being said, sir, again, just kind of as a quick reference for you, these are actually all whole life policies that we offer here. Whole life just meaning, Robert, that it is going to build up cash value and interest each and every month that your policy is in force, that you can even borrow off of or withdraw if you ever so choose to. The premium can never increase or ever go up on you. And should your health change, your age go up, the policy can never expire, drop, or reduce due to those reasons. So, Mr. Robert Grinnell, the way that it works, sir, is there are just a few health questions and a free quote to qualify for the requested benefits. And Robert, these benefits actually can be secured for your family by applying for them over the telephone without spending any money today. Does that sound fair enough, Mr. Grinnell?
Yes.
Excellent. So, Robert Grinnell, now that we have all of the logistics and the good stuff out of the way, my computer tells me that you are out there in the beautiful state of Michigan. Is that right?
Yes.
Awesome, Robert. Very cool. What city do you live in out there in Michigan, Mr. Grinnell?
Dearborn.
Good old Dearborn. Very cool. And, Mr. Grinnell, are you a native Michigander, sir? Were you born and raised out there? Or did you actually relocate and move from out of state from somewhere?
I once lived in New England, but now I'm here.
Oh, you once lived in New England and now you're there. Very cool. I gotcha. So how long have you been living out in Michigan now?
Oh, decades and decades.
Decades and decades, you say. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. And Mr. Grinnell, I know it's a little bit earlier in the morning. Not sure if you've been outside yet today, but how's the weather out there in Dearborn?
Oh, it looks like 30-something. My bones
Good,
hurt.
good. I'm sorry, could you repeat that for me?
It must be 30-something degrees because my bones hurt. My bones hurt whenever it's cold outside.
Oh my Lord, it's already in the 30s out there in Michigan. Oh my goodness. You know what? I am down here in Texas, Mr. Grinnell, and it's still in the 60s and 70s. It's not even, I wish it would get cold. Jeez. Awesome. And Mr. Grinnell, do you have any kids or any grandkids?
Well, no kids, no. I was going to leave the money to my nephew in the hope that when I die, you'll have me buried with a tombstone instead of being cremated. I want the tombstone to say, I told you I was sick.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. So you have specific things you want laid out. Okay. So your nephew is going to be the beneficiary.
Yes.
What's his name?
Isaac.
Isaac. Okay. Isaac is going to be, and he's going to be the sole primary. He's just going to receive the whole thing 100%.
Yes.
Okay, we can definitely do that. And so, Mr. Grinnell, I know you kind of already expressed to me what your main concern is, but I just want to make sure. One of the biggest concerns, Robert, of the people that I talk to every single day is just to make sure that their family, wouldn't have to dig deep into their own pockets to pay for any type of their final expenses. My question to you, Mr. Grinnell, if you are looking to try to get some type of coverage in place for yourself at this time, what primary concern are you looking to solve or to address? And I know you kind of went over it with me, but I just want to make sure. Is your primary concern just looking to make sure that your basic final expenses, your funeral and burial expenses are squared away so you can have a proper burial? Or are you looking at leave Isaac behind something extra as well?
Oh,
What would you say your main concern would be?
Just to get me buried without being a burden on my nephew, the way my ancestors were a burden on me.
Oh my goodness, I got you. Don't want to leave that burden back on the family. I got you. Very cool. So, Mr. Grinnell, I promise I will do everything that I can here on my end to see if we are able to get you qualified for one of these special state-approved plans, but also any additional no-cost benefits available out there in the beautiful state of Michigan as well. So, Robert, basically the way that it works, in order for me to get a better idea on what type of plan it is that you will qualify for and also what the rates will be, what I need to do, Mr. Grinnell, is I just need to ask you a series of preliminary health questions, okay?
Okay.
All right, and Mr. Grinnell, hey, you feel free to stop or pause me along the way if you have any questions whatsoever that pop up for me, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's do this. So, Mr. Grinnell, as you are probably already well aware, with any life insurance plan, no matter where you go in the United States, the price will always be regulated or determined based off of three factors. Those three factors, Mr. Grinnell, will always be your age, your health, and also the amount of protection or coverage. So, Robert, I understand that you are 79 years young. And what is your date of birth?
I was born a poor child, December 7th, year of our Lord, 1941. I was born the same day the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor and during Franklin Roosevelt's third term in office.
Oh, wow. What a historic time. Oh, my goodness. What a birthday. That is freaking cool.
Yes, it's a date that will live in infamy.
It will. It sure will. It's going to live on forever. Absolutely. I gotcha. December 7th, 41. And Mr. Grinnell, are you a tobacco user, sir? Do you smoke, chew, or dip any kind of tobacco?
Well, I smoke crystal meth and crack cocaine and marijuana and Cuban cigars and nicotine cigarettes and hookahs.
So you do smoke then? Cigarettes?
Yes.
Okay, all right, no problem. And then what is your height and your weight?
I'm 5 feet 6 inches tall and 300 pounds.
Okay, And then, Robert, do you have any heart problems like congestive heart failure, stents, or heart attacks?
Oh, well, my chest hurts once in a while, but I really don't go to the doctor about it. It's probably caused by all the crazy stuff I'm smoking.
Okay, I gotcha. And then, have you ever had a stroke or a mini stroke?
No, my right arm seems to work okay, and my mouth seems to work okay.
Okay, awesome. So no strokes, and ever had any kind of cancer?
Well, I once had testicular cancer like Lance Armstrong, but I'm better now.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, congratulations on being cancer-free. That is a blessing. It truly is a blessing. Very cool. And any AIDS, HIV, or disorders of your immune system?
No.
Okay, awesome. And then, are you a diabetic?
No.
Okay, all right. And then, let me see here. In the last year, have you tested positive for the novel coronavirus COVID-19?
No.
Okay. Any emphysema, COPD, chronic bronchitis, or disorders of the lungs?
I've never been diagnosed with that. I probably cough a lot because of all the stuff I smoke.
Okay. Got it. Right. That would check out. So let's see here. Okie dokie. All right. And then, let me see here. Okay, so never been diagnosed though. A doctor's never told you you have it.
No.
Okay, all right. Any liver disease like Hep C or kidney disease like kidney dialysis?
No, I should, considering I drink a bottle of Jim Beam once a day, but no.
Okay, got it. And then last but not least, in the last year, have you had to spend more than 5 nights consecutively in a hospital?
No.
Okay, excellent. Alrighty, we can work with that. And so again, I wanted to thank you so much for going over all your health history with me. What that actually does, Robert, is it just helps me to get a better understanding on what type of plan that we can get you qualified for and also what the rates are going to be on that. Now, Mr. Grinnell, with all of this being said, I also just wanted to mention to you, Robert, that all of the top companies that we represent and that we work with here, they actually do all of their billing electronically through banks or credit unions, and they can provide you an additional discount if you were to go paperless and set your plan up that way. And Robert, just to be sure that we are able to provide you with the additional discounts, do you have any kind of active checking or savings account with any local bank or e-credit union?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So congratulations, Robert. In that case, you will qualify for all of our additional discounts, and I will go ahead and factor those in right here as we speak. And so, Mr. Grinnell, with all of this being said, earlier I did give you my name, which is Amber, and also my telephone number. And Mr. Grinnell, guess what? I am actually going to be your licensed life insurance agent for life. You are stuck with me. I also mentioned the customer service department phone number. And just so that you're aware, Mr. Grinnell, our hours here are actually going to be 9 to 6 Monday through Thursday, as well as 9 to 5 on Friday Central Standard Time. So, Mr. Grinnell, I did just get your plans back, and I wanted to congratulate you because it does look like we are going to be able to lock you into the lowest rates available in the entire state of Michigan. So congratulations on that again.
Thank you.
Now, Robert, yeah, you're so welcome. So, Robert, based off of the health history and information that you have gone over with me, the name of the carrier that I'm showing will offer us the best coverage and the lowest rates that we are going to be placing your application with today. If you want to grab that pen and paper back, is a company by the name of Great Western.
Okay, just pulling up the paper again. My fingers move a little bit slow because of arthritis.
I understand, no problem.
So this was Best Western.
No, not Best Western. Not the hotel. Best Western. Great Western. GREATWESTERN.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. So just a little bit of background information on them, in case you have never heard of them. Great Western's corporate office is based out of Ogden, Utah. They are a part of the American Enterprise Group, a financially strong organization, and they do hold more than $2.5 billion in assets under management. They are currently licensed in 46 states and the District of Columbia. But you know what, Mr. Grinnell, more important to me out of any of that mumbo jumbo is that they do have an A+ accreditation and rating with the Better Business Bureau.
Okay.
They are an extremely reputable and financially sound company. They are one of our very top carriers.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, sir, that's it. So with that said, I do have some quotes here for you for 3 different coverage amounts. Mr. Grinnell, if you'd like to grab your pen and your paper.
Okay,
Okay, so Mr. Robert Grinnell, based off of the information you have given to me, your age, your health, and also the state that you reside in, for a 79-year young male tobacco user in the state of Michigan, based off of your health history, the first quote I will give you is going to be a $3,000 and $3,000 of whole life coverage based off of your age, your health, and the state that you reside in. It would be $63.42. $63.42, and that's for $3,000. The next quote I will give you, Mr. Grinnell, is a $5,000. And a $5,000 whole life policy based off of your age, your health, and the state that you reside in. It would be $103.76. And then the last quote that I have pulled up, just right this second, is a $7,000. And a $7,000 whole life policy based off of your age, your health, and also the state that you reside in, Mr. Grinnell, it would be $144.09.
Okay.
All right. So let me just say this, Mr. Grinnell. Based off of the health history and information that we have discussed that you've gone over with me, I am just showing that Great Western is the name of the carrier that is going to offer us not only the best coverage, but also the lowest rates in the entire state of Michigan. Now, Robert, they go as low as $1,000 and as high as $40,000. But since you expressed to me, Robert, that your main and primary focus and concern is just looking to make sure that your basic final expenses are squared away, I just got you some quotes here for $3,000, $5,000, and $7,000, just to see if out of any of those 3 coverage amounts, Robert, which one of those 3 would you say fits your budget the best, that you would want Isaac to receive a check for in his hands whenever that day came?
I imagined a $7,000.
Okay, all right. We can definitely do that. So bear with me just a moment. All righty. So, Mr. Grinnell, how would you like your name to appear on the policy? First name is Robert. Last name is Grinnell. Do you have a middle name or initial?
My middle name is Omer. It's spelled O as in Oscar, M as in Mike, E as in Echo, R as in Romeo.
Very cool. And last name is Grinnell, and that's Grinnell.
Yes.
Excellent. Robert, what address are we sending your policy in the mail to?
It's going to be 4550 Calhoun Street, number 13, Dearborn, Michigan, 48126.
48126, all right. The phone number that I'm talking on, Robert, is this the best phone number for me to generally, 9 times out of 10, get a hold of you on?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Excellent. His date of birth is a historic one. It is December the 7th, 1941. and he is a male. And then, Robert, this is actually pretty cool. If you have an email address, it'd be great if you did have one. If you don't, it's okay, no problem. But if you do have one, you're going to get your policy like within 10 minutes of us completing this application, this conversation on the phone. You will get a welcome email from Great Western, which is pretty cool. You'll get it like right away. If you have one, I can leave it blank though. But do you have an email address, Mr. Grinnell?
Yes, it's R as in Romeo, O as in Oscar, B as in Bravo, E as in Echo, R as in Romeo, T as in Tango, O as in Oscar, M as in Mike, E as in Echo, R as in Romeo, G as in Golf, R as in Romeo, I as in India, N as in November, N as in November, E as in Echo, L as in Lima, L as in Lima, @ symbol, G as in Golf, after G as in Golf is M as in Mike, A as in Alpha, I as in India, L as in Lima.com.
Got it. So just your first name, middle name, and last name. So Robert Omer Grinnell at gmail.com.
Yes.
All right, awesome. So we're moving down to the beneficiary portion of the application. And you said Isaac, and I just want to confirm the spelling. It's ISSAC.
That's right, like the person who was almost sacrificed by Abraham.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's actually, no. The correct spelling is ISAAC.
Yes.
Okay, so there's 2 A's, not 2 S's, right?
That's right.
Okay, all right, just like okay. Isaac, and then what's Isaac's last name?
Grinnell.
Grinnell, all right, Grinnell. Relationship is nephew, and he's going to receive the whole $7,100%.
Yes.
All right, and this is not required. They're not going to call him. I'm not going to call him. The company's not going to call him. But when you get your policy in the mail from us, if you do have a phone number for him, that would be awesome. If you don't, I can leave it blank. But do you have a phone number, a good phone number for Isaac? No one's going to call him. I'm not going to call him. The company's not going to call him. But do you have one?
Not at the moment, but I can send it later.
Okay. That's fine. We'll leave it blank. All right. So just Isaac Grinnell, nephew, primary 100%. And then would you like to list any contingent or backup beneficiaries at this time?
No, hopefully he'll outlive me.
Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do, Robert, is I'm going to read you back all of the information on your application. I just want you to let me know, does everything sound complete and correct for you, or am I missing anything, okay?
Okay.
So I have a proposed insured by the name of Robert Omer Grinnell. He resides at 4550 Calhoun Street, apartment 13, Dearborn, Michigan, 48126. His primary phone number is going to be 313-334-0106. His date of birth is December the 7th, 1941. He is a male, and he would like his disclosures emailed to, and you will get those right away as soon as the call is complete. You'll get them right away in your email. You'll get a welcome email from Great Western. It's robertomergrinnell@gmail.com. Now, for beneficiaries, we have listed one primary and one primary only, that being Isaac Grinnell. That is your nephew, and he is a primary at 100%. Is all of that information complete and correct for you?
Yes.
Excellent. And so, Mr. Grinnell, we are applying for the $7,000 face amount that will come out to a monthly bank draft of $144.09 on a monthly basis. Now, as far as the first draft date goes, with this company, Robert, with Great Western, they will actually allow us up to 6 weeks, that is roughly about 45 days out, to draft the first premium on a date of your choice. The reason that they do that, Robert, is just so that you actually have the opportunity to receive a physical hard copy of the policy and the paperwork from us in the mail. You can look it hold it in your hands, look it over, make sure everything is just what I've explained to you before anything should actually ever even be drafted. But please keep in mind, though, Mr. Grinnell, whichever date we do select for our first draft, that is when our policy is going to kick into effect, and it also will be on that date of each month thereafter.
Okay. Can it start on December 25 so it can be a present for my nephew?
It can. I mean, it 45 days out. Let me check. I have to check their system. I don't know if it goes out that far. I mean, we can do that if you want to. Let's see. Do you receive? Let me ask you this, Robert. Do you receive Social Security Social Security benefits?
Yes.
What date do you receive them on usually?
Oh, I'm not even sure.
Is it like the third, the first, the third, second Wednesday, third Wednesday?
The third sounds right.
The third Wednesday? Okay. So third Wednesday in December, we can do that.
Okay.
Third Wednesday is December 15th. Is that okay for you?
Okay.
It's a bit of an early Christmas gift, but a Christmas gift nonetheless. Okay, all right. So then, Mr. Grinnell, what is the name of the bank or financial institution that we will be using?
Oh,
And again, nothing.
that's back upstairs now. It's Chase, but the check number's upstairs. It'll take a few moments to get there.
Take your time. Take your time. I'm here 10 hours a day, no rush.
Excuse me, that happens every time I smoke Hindu Kush. Just another set of stairs.
I understand.
Okay, so let me check the drawer here. Okay, so the checking account number is going to start with 021 000 21